Hey guys, welcome back to Heavy Hitters. Nick's telling his story. So I can read my guests pretty well because I know them pretty well. Usually I only want to bring you real shit. And I could see he was getting a little choked up and I was getting a little choked up about what might be going down here in the next minute or two. So he rewound his story to fill you in on another reason why he had.
That's what really started letting me like, whoa.
Right. Take off.
So like I left off before we took a break. Brother never showed up at the airport. My sister had somebody else pick her up. They go home. They go in the house. Her car's there. He must be there unless he got a ride. They go upstairs. Walk through the hallway. Down the hallway. The bathroom door is locked with the light on. And my sister's never really been around this. You know what I mean? She just had a bad feeling. She knew my brother's past. She knew what was going on. But she's never been in that environment. She didn't want to see it. She called I guess it would be the sheriff's department down there. She called the sheriff's department. The sheriff's department came down and kicked the door down. When they kicked the door down, they opened it. My sister saw my brother had relapsed. He relapsed and overdosed and died. And, you know, that chokes me up. You know, he was my best friend. He was my road dog. You know, nobody understood me like my brother understood me. Nobody understood my brother like I understood him. That's what made our bond so strong.
Right.
You know. She sees him like that. You know, the reason I tell this story, I do it so people are aware of what could happen. But I do it for myself, bro. Because every time I replay this story, it reminds me, dude, two things. One, that we're only one bad choice, one wrong choice. You know, one bad decision to take everything. I mean, we're one bad decision away from ruining everything. Our life, take our life, you end up in prison. You know, the list goes on.
I say it all the time. I say it could all be gone tomorrow.
Tomorrow's not promised.
Right.
We only have, when I leave this door, bro, that is not promised. The only thing I have is this moment, right here, right now.
So may as well enjoy it, right?
You have to, bro.
Right.
You know?
Respect.
You don't have to. I choose to.
I choose to.
The big difference.
Huge difference.
And the second reason I tell this story, you know, is like I said, for me, bro. When I tell this story, I feel like it makes me strive to want to do better.
So you're living for two people, basically.
I am, dog. Living for two people. Living for two people. I do it.
And you're doing a good job too, Nick. I just want to say that.
I do it for me, but I also do it for my brother, dude. You know, I know that the life that I have today is what my brother would want me to have.
So let's get on to a happier note. What about the life you have today?
So like, I tell that story because that's what really first opened my eyes. Like, whoa, all the way up until then, that ain't never gonna happen. You're using wrong, bro. That's what happened to you. I mean, you didn't know what your body can handle. That's what happened to you. You're not strong enough to handle that. We can.
Every 6 minutes we lose a heroin addict and an opiate addict. Every 6 minutes.
Every day it goes up
every
more than
6
that.
minutes shit. No, it's been pretty consistent. I keep fucking tabs on how many people are in prison.
That's a lot, bro.
Yeah, every 6 minutes, that's what?
Every 6 minutes a family member loses someone.
Right, so that's average of 10 an hour.
That's insane, bro.
78,000 people last year.
And, you know, that's what first... Even that, though, wasn't enough for me to be like, all right, I'm done. Clean slate. Let's move on. You know, I continued to get loaded after that.
Well, yeah, I remember we hooked up at AMPM, so you were taking collections for money and for the funeral, and I was in my active addiction. Right. You know, and
both were.
You were in your active addiction, and I'm like, I wonder if he's just working me for money right now. No, I knew better, Doug. It wouldn't have mattered, but you know what I mean?
That's how, and you know, that is how strong addiction is. It don't matter what happens, bro.
Doesn't matter. If
you ain't at that point where you're at that point, you're gonna continue using. You know, and that's why today I do what I do. So that I rewinded to tell you that story. That's what first let me say. The second time was when I was in the bathroom. I had the moment of clarity. I looked in the mirror. I called he wasn't a friend at that time. He was somebody I knew that had been involved with the program. I knew he had the resources I needed to change my life.
Right.
contact him, come down, talk to him. Like I said before, I was completely honest with him. First time in my entire life I've been honest with somebody about my addiction, where I stood at that exact moment. And you know, he told me, he's like, what do you want to do about it? I'm like, I don't know what to do about it. You know what I mean? That's why I'm here. He's like, you need to start going to meetings. You need to get a sponsor. I could do that.
First, you gotta get physically clean. What'd you do to get physically clean that time?
Well, I'm gonna get to that.
Okay.
So I'm still in his office, bro. I'm still loaded. You know what I mean?
Sure. How else would you get there?
I ain't gonna go anywhere if I ain't loaded, bro.
Right.
So I get there, I'm loaded. He's like, you need to go to meetings, you need to get a sponsor. I'm like, all right. So I go to a meeting Saturday night. I still continue to go to that meeting most Saturdays. I go to the meeting. I knew one person there, and I had recognized somebody that I had known from the past. He looked a lot different though, bro. You know what I mean? This time I went in there and I saw him, color in his face, filled out, healthy, smiling, laughing, having a genuine good time. And I was like, that's crazy, bro. You know what I mean? I didn't even recognize it at first. I had to squint my eyes. I can't see as it is, dog. So I really had to squint. You know what I mean? And I go up to him and I introduced myself because I didn't know him. I just known of him. You know? And I was like, what'd you do, man? And I was like how? I couldn't believe it. You know what I mean? I told him last time I saw him, you were in the paper as a fugitive. They had a warrant for your arrest. You know? And I see him way later and he's healthy. And I was like, what do you do? He's like, he told me a little breakdown, this, that, that's what I did. Go to meetings, get a sponsor. Same thing this other dude told me. The second time I heard it, bro, you know? I was like, all right, I can do that. I continued to go to meetings, you know, probably 2 or 3 weeks loaded, dude. Until one day I called that same dude that I had called the first time. Told him, look, dude, I'm done. You know, I went to his office, gave him all my shit. I don't know what he did with it, got rid of it, I imagine. And I go to the doctor, I have him write me a prescription for Suboxone, and I was on Suboxone maintenance, and then he had me on a small taper all the way down.
So can you say that part again, the end especially, because I have millions, thousands of people asking about the Suboxone. So you did a taper.
So I'm gonna tell you now, I've done everything
methadone,
from methadone to Subutex to a cold kick, which is nothing. So, okay, I'm gonna smoke weed for my kick, I'm gonna take Xanax for my kick.
Every way you could jump.
Every way I've done, dude. I've tried it my way for the longest time. My way was not working, bro. I was ready to go to a doctor, have him tell me his with all the years of experience, what I need to do. He told me, I followed it direction for direction, dude. He started me on this dose, I took that dose. Not a little bit more, not a little bit less, bro. You know what I mean? All the way down, he had me on a taper, Suboxone. I started at a high dose, I gradually went down and tapered it down to a small dose, small dose, small dose, small dose. Eventually I was on nothing, bro. You know, and honestly, to say that, doctor knew what he was talking about, bro. You know what I mean? When I got down to that last dose, and I was on such a small dose that when I came off that dose, it wasn't nothing, bro. You know what I mean? I might have felt like I had a little sneeze in the back of the nose, a little runny nose.
Sleep a little bit.
Nothing.
Standard bullshit.
Standard bullshit, bro. I've had a natural cold that's been worse than that. You know what I mean?
Right now.
So all the people that are thinking that Suboxone, you know, you have your mixed thoughts on it, that's my personal experience and that's what's worked for me.
Okay.
You know? So, like I said, I was willing to do whatever it took. So I went to the meetings, I got it. This buddy of mine, he's like, look, I go to a step meeting this night, blah, blah, blah. He's like, why don't you come check it out? You can probably find a sponsor there. He's like, in fact, he's like, why don't I give him my sponsor? I didn't know nothing about him, bro. I just knew that I had a little bit of willingness, dude. A little bit of willingness. And it had been so long since I had that little bit of willingness that I had to roll with it, bro. Because if I did not roll with that willingness, I didn't know how long it was going to be till I got that willingness back.
Right.
You know? So I went to the meeting. I got a sponsor. Immediately suggested getting involved in the step work. I'm like, all right, dude, I can do that. It's like, step one, that's it. Give me the directions. One piece of paper, do this, 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 this. I'll do it. You know? That step led me step 2, step 3, you know what I mean? And every time I did a step, one, not only did I feel better about myself, I felt like I got something done. My head started to clear up. I started to get feelings back. At first the feelings weren't so good, You know what I mean? I told my sponsor, he's like, look, he's like, the good thing, the beautiful thing is you're able to feel. You know what I mean?
For sure.
He's like, you're not used to feeling. You know, you block that off for so long. This is natural. This is the shit. He's like, you will be feeling for the rest of your life. You know what I mean? So pretty much get used to it. You know, and the second thing that I'm grateful for the steps is every time I did step work, it made the day goes by. I go to work, I get off work, I do step work. Next thing you know, it's time to go to a meeting. It's time to go to bed. Same thing over and over.
It became part of a community.
I became part of. Not only that, I had a solid program now, bro.
Right.
I wake up, I go to work. I come home, either step work or gym step work. I come home, I go to a meeting, I go to bed, bro. Every time, same thing. So that same program for so long became such a habit that eventually I started building up these days, dude. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. You know, and this is me, my opinion. I believe the steps saved my life, bro.
Respect.
You know what I mean? Like we talked about earlier, you're sober, I'm not. Hey, let's go hang out. Just because we're hanging out and you're sober doesn't mean I'm going to get sober, bro.
Right.
You did the work.
Odds are I'm going to get loaded.
Right? You know what I mean? You hang out, I'm going to be unless you have a foundation.
Unless you have a foundation.
Right. You know, I firmly believe that if I have a foundation, I'm active in my program, I'm doing what I need to do, I can go anywhere I want, never have to pick up or use a drink ever again. You know? And each part of the steps allowed me to take a mirror. I'm not talking about a regular mirror. I'm talking about a mirror that females use. I have the 5 times on it, bro, to look at myself deep. You know what I mean? To take a deep look at myself and, you know, see all the unmanageable, you know, powerless. I could not, once I started, I could not stop, bro. You know what I mean? Once I started and I couldn't stop, unmanageability my whole life. All day. Once that unmanageability happened, insanity. You know what I mean? Talks about the steps. We talked about it earlier, bro. For me personally, unless I have a my third step's on board, and for those of you who don't know, the third step's a higher power. I'm gonna tell you now, I was born religious. My brother passed away. God's out of the picture, bro. You know what I mean? When it came time to get a higher power, I didn't necessarily turn to him like, ah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It took time, bro. But I was willing to believe that there was something out there.
For sure.
You know, and that's all it is. You know, 4th step. Making an inventory. I had a part in everything. You know. 5th step. Saying all that shit, bro, that this is the way I look at it, bro. This is the way I look at it for me. This is how I look at my steps, especially 5th step, dude. When you go to bed at night, all that shit that's racing in your head over and over and over again, that shit that you go in the shower, the next day, wake up in the morning, go in the shower, you're in there with your thoughts, all that shit that's racing and racing and racing. Once I told that to somebody, bro, all that shit, I woke up, I showered the next day, that shit ain't there racing no more.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So we're both gym members, we're both step workers, you know what I mean? And I'd just like to explain the steps like doing push-ups. You know what I mean? So
The more
like
you do, the stronger you get, bro.
you come out, you think you're gonna drop and do 25 and you get 4.
Oh, you gotta
You know
start
what I
with
mean?
one.
You just gotta get down there, man. You got making a mindset of just getting down and getting it done, whatever it is. So like, I know me, every time I'd end up at rehab, I'd start doing push-ups on my knees, like girl style, just to start getting my
Just to build
strength
it up.
back. And then before you know it, I'm knocking out 50, 75 push-ups.
Right.
It was the same thing for this with the steps. As you said, each step, I got a little more relief of something.
A little bit more time under my belt.
Right. Even if nothing else, I had that.
I got time.
You know what I mean? Plus,
And
I had low self-esteem when I got out. Because,
who doesn't, dog?
right? So now I'm not counting on Nick to give me some self-esteem. I'm counting on something that I've completed.
And you know it works because you're feeling it, bro.
I'm feeling it.
You're feeling it.
So yeah.
And, you know, I also like to say that, you know, not only are the days adding up, but because you're doing all that work, you're pushing the shit behind you.
Right.
You're going towards this way, not this way no more, bro. You're, like you say, you're now in the solution, and you're out of the problem, bro.
Right. Who cares about the problem? Let's get in the solution.
I hate hearing about the problem, bro. You know what I mean? You got a problem, care what are you gonna do about it to fix it, bro?
Right, let's get that part down.
You know? And, you know, I can go on and on about the steps all day. You know, I'm gonna jump to, you know, 6 character defects. What are we doing wrong, bro? You know what I mean? Where is my behavior wrong? Step 8 and 9, amends. That's a huge part, dude. To be able to go look my parents in the eye, sit down face to face, and tell them, look, Dad, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? They've heard sorry a million times. I don't do shit at this point, bro. I regret my behavior, and what can I do to make it right?
What can I do to make it right?
What can I do? That's what amends, the definition of amends is, mending something back, bro. What can I do to mend this relationship back, to fix it? You know, and
has that happened for you?
100%, dude.
100%.
110%, bro.
I knew that.
You know what I mean? That's, now you guys know that.
Now you guys know that.
And to be able to sit down with my parents and look my mom and dad in the eye and make that amends with them and see them tear up, dude. Tears of being proud of their son, bro. That shit hit hard for me, bro.
For sure.
You know what I mean? That was the first time where I actually put all the, I had fear of doing that, bro. You know what I mean? Put all that to the side, sat down, had a heart to heart, went over dinner, had a heart to heart with them, and told them I regret my behavior. What can I do to make this right? And they said, you know what I mean? They basically said, son, you're doing everything you need to do. Just continue doing what you need to do.
Which brings on new problems for addicts is, what is this fucking feeling I'm feeling?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, uncomfortable, sure.
But
The anger.
Right, but I believe if you're uncomfortable, you have a position to grow.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? If you're uncomfortable with something you're doing, anytime I've ever been uncomfortable, I've grown from it, bro. You know what I mean? And that's what it's all about, bro. Growing to become a better you tomorrow. I mean, I want to be a better person tomorrow than I was today.
Sure.
Bottom line, dude.
For sure.
What's the point of not, if you're not striving to become a better, I can't stand being stagnant, bro. You know what I mean?
No, and I can verify that. You know what I mean? Like, I've watched your growth, bro, and like I said, I'm really proud of you. So, no, we've gotten in through the stats.
Right.
Let them know where you're at today in life.
Right.
What's outside in my driveway, Doug?
Come on now.
Not the high side. I mean, I got a 20-year-old vehicle, but you're rolling up in a what?
2018 Silverado.
Silverado.
With the leather, with the navigation.
With the leather, navigation, the bells and whistles.
So, we talked about earlier at the gym, bro. I'm 100%er. I put in whatever I do, I put 100% in.